everyone. Welcome back from the weekend. I hope it was a restful one. Anyways, I know I haven't been as faithful to providing Class Dojo point opportunities. We are at 0 because we had a test a couple weeks ago and those Class Dojo points went to that test, and so I'd like to provide more opportunities for you to get Class Dojo points. I will give you 5 Class Dojo points if, for today's assignment, you can tell me what you see behind me in the private comments of this assignment. So when you clicked on the Google form to access today's assignment, on the Google Classroom, on the private comments, please write down the location. Be specific, the name of the green area that I'm in. What's it called? So if you can tell me that in the private comments, not public please, because then no one gets points. Private comment, then you will get 5 Class Dojo points. Alright, to begin, today's Do Now focused on whether you think Sister James is a good nun, why or why not, and is Sister Aloysius a good nun, why or why not. They are very complicated individuals, and I think specifically they are portrayed to the extreme in their own way to make you think about these two personality types. Not so much the persons, but these personality types. So I'm going to be interested in reading what you guys wrote, whether you think Sister James is a good nun or a bad nun, or whether you think Sister Aloysius is a good nun or a bad nun. So, today's notes are not going to be very long, because I would like us to have enough time to watch the play and to answer the questions. But what I am going to do today is go over what is due for the remaining of our time together. We have 4 more real weeks of school left this school year, and I'd like to go over some of the bigger projects that you have. The first one is on May 26th, you will have a religion final test. It won't be as long as a regular final for my class, but it will still be sort of long. This is on Tuesday, May 26th, of finals week. This will be one of 3 things in your final exam grade. Another part of the final exam grade will include community service. Community service is due on Friday, May 15th. So you have about 2 weeks before community service is due. Community service is still due through Mobile Serve, so make sure that you are following those instructions. The last part of the final exam grade will be the Saints project, due on Wednesday, May 20th. So 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. I will have an assignment next week for you to start planning out more in detail your Saint project. But it would not be a bad idea to start thinking about ideas you have for your Saint project. Again, 3 things are part of your final exam grade. The first one is the community service, which is due first, then the Saints video, and then lastly, a religion test. Regarding this week specifically, you will have no homework outside the play and answering the questions for the first 3 days of the week. However, on Thursday, we will have a quizzes that will cover only the play, a weekly quiz that you have to take. You also have a do now and notes for each day that we'll be watching the play, as well as on the day that you have the quiz on the movie. Next week, you have an essay due on Wednesday, May 6th. This essay will be about the movie, and I would like you to pick one of 3 characters: Sister Aloysius, Sister James, or Father Flynn. After you decide who your character is going to be, I'd like you to find 5 quotes from that person in the movie. 5 really good quotes. These quotes need to tell me about the person's character. And what you'll be doing is using each of these 5 quotes to write a paragraph describing who this person is. I have a caveat in terms of how I like this paper graded. I've been slightly disappointed in your writing from previous do nows. And so what I'm going to do is I'll challenge you if I will grade these particularly hard, and whatever grade you get, if that's the grade you want for this project test, this essay, due next week, then you can keep that grade. If you're not impressed with it, if you did not spend enough time writing your paper as you should have, I will let you do a redo. Not everyone has to do the redo, only if you want to. That will be due the following week. And what I will do is I will average out the two essays. So you'll get a slightly higher score if you improve your essay. But if you're happy with it, if you got a good grade, then you don't have to rewrite it a second time. That is due next week. Again, the only thing you have to worry about this week is watching the play, answering the questions, and then a quizzes at the end of the week on Thursday. Remember, Friday is De La Salle Day, and we don't have school on Friday.